friends. Thank you so much for joining me for another Monday chat. So I have a couple things that I wanted to show you, the projects that I've been working on this week, and I just wanted to share some really neat patterns that I've found and some other projects that I've had on my hook. All right, so the first thing I wanted to share with you is this cozy sweater, and this pattern is made by the Soulful Now, and I have her information linked in the description so you can go get this pattern as well. But this is made up of 2 long panels, and you gather the sleeves to make this really lovely, almost like a comfy blanket that you can wear. So I have a video of what the whole sweater looks like on, and so you guys can see what that looks like. And it is really comfy. You can either purchase the pattern online. When I bought it, it was $7. So as of right now, it is $7. And then she also has the tutorial on YouTube. So I have both of those linked. It's a very easy pattern. It's all double crochets, and she explains exactly how to structure this sweater. It's very comfy, very cozy. I'm excited for this when it's cooler out, because then you can actually bundle up in this and it would be nice and comfy, because it's almost like wearing a blanket. So it's very, very fun. I really love this pattern. It was quick and easy. I did this with some, I talked about it last week, but the yarn that I used, the yellow and the orange, were from some projects that I frogged a few weeks ago, and I needed to do something with that yarn. So I added that. The little tan color and the blue color that I have on here, those I only had one small skein of each, so I wanted to use that color up as well. I didn't have anything to go along with it. And then this other yarn was really cool. It was thrifted. It was a Red Heart Hello Gorgeous yarn. It's currently discontinued, but I did thrift that one. That's why I could find it. But it is called Cactus Flower. If you are interested in trying to find that online, I did see some people selling some of the skeins. I think Etsy, some other places, but you could look up Hello Gorgeous or Red Heart Hello Gorgeous Cactus Flower for a skein with this color in it, and it just had some really cool like greens and golds and other really neat colors. So this is made in 2 separate panels, and then you seam up the shoulders and the sides, and then you gather at the sleeve to make a little cuff. Oh, these are single crochets, so it's doubles and singles. So then there's that for the sleeve. And it is just a really comfy sweater that I'm really excited to wear for the winter season. And again, that is by the Soulful Now. She has an Instagram, a TikTok, and a YouTube channel. So you can find this either on the YouTube channel or you can purchase the pattern. And like I had mentioned in the last Monday chat, both of them are very helpful, and you could use either one to make this. You don't need both to be able to make this. It goes over how to measure your body and how to fit this sweater to your own measurements, according to what measurements you have. And she also shows you what you need to measure. It's arm length, length that you want the the length that you want this sweater to be, and also your bust circumference. So those are the measurements that you need to use for this sweater, and she does have that information on both the written and the video pattern. I wanted to share with you a little trick that I do with acrylic wearables. I will end up steaming them. So I will block them and steam them because it loosens up the acrylic fibers and makes the garment a lot more flowy. So what I'm doing here is I'm laying out the blocking mat, and you can purchase a blocking mat or you can get something like this, and these are just child play mats that you would put on a floor for kids to play on, and they work just as well. So then I just put all of these together in a shape that will match the garment that I am steam blocking, and then I will use blocking combs to pin down the outside edge of the garment, and then I will use my steamer to steam the clothes in the shape that I would like them to stretch to. And the steamer that I use, if you are purchasing one, just make sure it says that it is something that you can use. Like mine says, I think 360 degrees, so that you can face it downward horizontally. So just make sure that the description of your steamer says that it can be used in a horizontal direction or 360, so that it does not spill out, because I've had other steamers that you tip them down and the hot water spills out, and then you've just got a hot puddle of water, and you want to avoid that on your garments. The next thing I wanted to show you, this is my own pattern, and I have a video tutorial for you to go check out if you would like to make this. But this is a mini purse, and it is made up of these really cool Starburst granny squares, and it is 5 squares. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, and then you have 4 half squares. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this one you can make in a day, or if you want to take a little bit more time with it, it could take you a couple days. But it is a very quick and easy pattern, and it comes together very quickly. I used the Red Heart all-in-one granny square yarn, and I'll put the color up on the screen because I forgot what one it was. But I have, so I started the squares in whatever the yarn started with. I just did the center pull, and I just started the squares with that and just let it change color as it changed. I didn't try to plan anything out with it. It's just to have like a really neat random type of square, so that the bag is just very unique. And every square will come out different, and it's just a lot of fun to put together and to see what it's going to end up as, because you don't know where the colors are going to fall in this shape, because the pattern that comes with the all-in-one granny squares, it's structured in a way that each row ends up being the different color. So that one is planned out that way, and this one is just random. So I really loved this pattern. It is made up of double crochets, half double crochets, single crochets for the handle, and single crochets around the top of this. And so it's very easy, very quick, and lots of fun. So if that's something that you're interested in trying out, I do have that pattern. I'll have that in the description, and it's also on my channel if you want to check out the other projects that I have over there. All right, so we have that one. Now for our next pattern, I have a pattern that looked really fun. This is a cardigan, and it is by Jess Coppom, I believe you say her name. I could be butchering that. I'm so sorry if I am. But she has a YouTube channel, Etsy, Facebook, Instagram. And this sweater that I'm making is labeled as a 3-day cardigan. So I'm timing myself to see how long it actually takes. I'm about halfway done, and I think I'm a little over 10 hours of work, and that isn't also including frogging and redoing and frogging and redoing because I missed some steps. So what this cardigan is made up of is 4 panels. So you have 2 panels for the back and then 2 panels for the front, and then you have buttons down the front, and then you have the 2 pockets and 2 sleeves. So it is, so far, I absolutely love it. She is using a chunky yarn, but I chose to, since I really don't have chunky yarn, I typically don't work with it. I like to work with medium 4-weight yarn for the most part. So that's typically what I buy. So I just wanted to work out of the stash that I have. So I was holding this yarn double. And this is the Big Twist value yarn, and I feel as though this yarn tends to be on the thinner side of a 4-weight. So holding it double is matching the gauge that she talks about. So she also goes over how to find the gauge and to see if the yarn that you're using, the tension, the hook size that you're using, to see if it matches up to make gauge for the project. And she explains how to adjust that, either going up or down a hook size or the tension that you are using, so that you can use the yarn that you have. So she uses a chunky yarn. She says, she explains what kind she uses. I believe it's a Lion brand yarn that she uses, but it is in the YouTube video that she has. So I have that, the YouTube video linked, and I also have her written pattern. So as of right now, her written pattern is on sale for $8.77, and originally it is $14.62. So right now it's on sale, and it is just a really cute oversized cardigan. It's very comfy looking, and I'm really excited to wear this one too. But I have decided to make mine in a gray color. I have this really pretty green color, and I have this is called taupe, and then I also have a red, like a deep red color. So almost like Christmas colors. So I feel like this is like a good mix between a fall and Christmassy. I'm not sure. What do you think? Yeah. So anyway, I am doing that. She gives instructions on how to build the shoulders. The shoulders slope up so that you get that nice drape over your shoulder, because it is like a drop shoulder that it comes down off the side. And then you've got those really neat pockets, and then you can add the buttons on the front if you'd like. And you could also make it without the buttons if you don't want the buttons on that. But this one has been really fun. It is using a It's using a yarn over slip stitch and a extended double crochet and some half double crochets. So it is really neat the way that that is looking. It almost gives it a knit look because of those. I'll put it this way. Oh, that's the bottom. So yeah, just see, you can see the design there. It almost looks like a knit stitch. So it is really fun, and I'm really enjoying this one. And it is taking me much longer than I assumed it would be taking me because I have messed it up and had to tear it out, and then yeah, so that's been fun. But because it is a chunky weight yarn, it works up very quickly. It's a unique stitch, and I've not done projects with these stitches together, so it is really fun to have a new stitch to work with the extended double crochet and the yarn over slip stitch. So those are a really nice combo together, and I just love the design that she's made with this. So check that one out if you are interested in making this really cool 3-day cardigan. Whenever I get it finished, I'll let you guys know about how long it took me, because it's more of an estimated time, because I set the timer and then I do my work and then I get up and I get lunch and then I come back and then I turn off the timer and I work about the time that I thought that I was away for lunch, and so it's an about number because my timer skills of hitting the start and stop button are not so great. So it'll be an about idea of how long it took me. But I wanted to time it just to see, because it does say it's a 3-day cardigan. So just curious, I thought it would be really neat to check that out. So another thing that you guys know I like to do is go thrifting. And the other day I found this beautiful thrifted blanket, and it is a chevron blanket with my favorite colors. So it had these lovely fall 70s, 80s colors. It's so cool. I love this one so much. So when I bought this, you could obviously tell it had been used for many, many years, and it was pretty pilly. So it had a lot of little pills on it, and I have this depilling little razor machine thing. So I did a pass over this. It could use it again, I'm sure, but I wanted to see how different I could make it, and I took a picture of a before and after side by side so you could see. I do think that it really made the colors a little bit brighter once the pilling had been removed. You can still see there's some in there, and it needs a little bit more work done on it, but for the first pass I think it did really well. I also have a pile of the fuzz that it removed. So I thought that would be fun to share with you too, because it was a lot. Like, I had a huge little pile of all the little pilly fuzz that I was able to take off of this blanket. It did make it nice. It made it softer too. One of the things I found to keep your blankets and your crocheted items from pilling is if you wash it on a delicate cycle in, cooler water, and then you either lay it flat to dry or you hang it to dry, so that the dryer doesn't cause all that pilling. That's what I found works best for my blankets, especially the Big Twist value yarn. I have found that seems to pill a lot more than like a Red Heart yarn or I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. And there's several others that I find are better as far as the pilling goes than the Big Twist value yarn. I find that seems to pill and has a little bit of a fuzz, like almost like a halo on it. Let me see if I can show you. So you see this one? see it, just the fuzz that's on top of there. And this has not been washed or anything yet, so it is still, like, this one is not as much. And I don't know why some of them seem to be more than others. So that's the, this is the, that one seems better than the gray. And then this taupe seems like it has more to it, more of a halo fuzz to it than the other green and the red. So I really don't know. Some of them just seem to be worse than others. But that's what I found with the Big Twist yarn. I love it. I love the variety of colors. I love working with it. I love that it's a little bit thinner than a typical medium 4-weight yarn. But for the pilling and different things like that, it's not my favorite, but I do love the variety of colors that you can get. But anyway, this one, again, depilling this was very helpful. I feel like it freshened it up. I will do it again just to remove a little bit more, but I thought it did well that first time around. And when you do find thrifted blankets and things like that, to be able to refresh it like that, if it's something that you see and you love and you want to use in your home, that is a really great way of refreshing these items, because this is so well made. And these chevron stitches, blankets that are made of this whole chevron stitch, it has taken someone a very, very long time to make this, because they are all single crochets, and it is just a large blanket. It's so huge, so super comfy. I love when I get to find things like this. They are gems, and it is a treasure to find things like this at the thrift store. So keep an eye out for fun things like that, and know that you can refresh them. I also have a video, if you haven't seen it already. I have another thrifted blanket that I found that the seams of the squares were coming undone. So I bought that one because I love the colors. It's got orange and all kinds of nice colors. So I purchased that and I repaired the seams, and I shared how I did that. I used either a needle and yarn that was close to the color of the blanket to sew those up, and I also used a felting needle to help hide the ends that were very short, that I just wanted to make sure they were extra secure if they weren't long enough to tie off. So that's a fun video too if you haven't seen that one already. Now for my last thing I wanted to share with you today. This one is not a crochet project, but I do have this one. It is for my desk area. I have some different things on the walls that I wanted to add, and I was thinking some really nice embroidered pictures up on the wall, and just something really simple that was not really difficult. I did find a tutorial that I want to try, and this tutorial is done by Embroidery by Gossamer, and this one, it is very beginner friendly. Like, all of her tutorials, I believe, are beginner friendly. They're very nice and very easy to understand, slow and step by step. So I haven't tried it yet, but what I saw on there looked like it was very easy to follow, and I'm excited to do some of her tutorials for this next project that I wanted to show you. So I got these little embroidery hoops. This one is a faux wood embroidery frame. So they have 3 different sizes, and you can see all of those hoops. They've got like the wood look on the outside, and then that white one is to hold the fabric in place once you place it in there. So it pops out. That white piece pops out, and you pinch your fabric into that frame with that. Can you guys hear the rain? I don't know if my mic is picking that up, But anyway, I'm really excited to use these for that project, and I have a few different things. So I was thinking for one of the hoops, I would put this black fabric, and this is from Hobby Lobby as well. It's their fat quarters, and you can get this right next to the crochet area. It's in the fabric area. They have them typically hanging on like an end cap or something, and these are little fat quarters, and it's just like a big square of fabric, and this was $1.50. And then I found this one that really goes with the feel that I want in my computer area. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. Now this one I will do the embroidery on, but this one I don't know if I want to do embroidery on it or if I just want to leave it like that and just put the print in it, because I thought that would be so cute in one of those frames. So I don't know what size I'll do what, but I was excited to add that to my little decorations that I have around my computer area. So that is it for today, and I want to thank you so much for joining me for my Monday chat. I hope you had a wonderful time. I know that I enjoyed it, and I hope that you have a wonderful week and are able to find joy in the little things.